Hello YouTube, it is me, Ariel, back for another herb walk. Today we're going to talk about medicinal mushrooms, because it's maybe the most common question I get asked in my DMs is, can I eat this mushroom? What is this? Will I trip balls from this? Will this kill me? And that's a lot of pressure to put on me, so I thought I'd make a lovely video kind of explaining the most common medicinal mushrooms we can find in our forests in the Pacific Northwest. We're talking about polypore mushrooms today, which are almost universally edible, except for like one species in eastern North America. And here is an example of a polypore mushroom. Isn't it cute? I went to 2 forests today to find a decent amount of these mushrooms. These are turkey tail mushrooms. The first woods I went to was in the mountains, and it had epic views and it was very beautiful, but I didn't quite find enough until I went to the seaside forest. And you know, mushrooms like wet, damp environments, so I found a lot more by the water. We're going to turn these into a pretty effective home remedy that I use for my allergies, and it's also a general like immune boosting, immune support, the kind of herbal medicine that everybody wants this past year. I'm going to show you our little romp through the woods and talk to you about medicinal benefits and how to identify these guys. The first mushrooms we see are some orange shell fungus. I have no idea what they are, and I am not afraid to say that. At first glance, I thought these second mushrooms were the legendary turkey tails, but they are not. They may share a similar color pattern and growth pattern, but they have a rough underside, which indicates they're a shell fungus, not a polypore. There are so many mushrooms that we don't know very much about. Hell, there are so many mushrooms that haven't even been categorized yet. While we don't know any traditional uses for this false turkey tail, we do know that it does have antifungal and antibacterial properties. This is the artist conch, aka the bracket fungus. I talked about this in my last herb walk video, but it bears repeating. The bracket fungus is a beautiful example of a polypore mushroom. You can see the underside right here, and if you look closely, it is smooth, but it has lots of tiny little pores. That indicates that it is indeed a polypore, and you can see I am drawing on it with my fingernails, such an artist. The artist conch is just a lot like reishi mushroom. It lowers your stress levels, it improves your sleep, it even helps your adrenal glands. And when you drink too much caffeine like me, your adrenals need all the help they can get. Like many medicinal mushrooms, the artist conch can reduce the allergic response while improving the response to pathogens and other infections. It can even help the body during chemotherapy. This little tree has 3 kinds of mushrooms on it. A little baby bracket fungus, some of the white shelf mushrooms, we don't know what they are, and this guy is witch's butter. It's a little slimy looking, but I promise it's not as bad as it looks. So witch's butter, Tremella mesenterica, is named as such because mesenterica refers to the mesentery of your gut, and as such it heals your gut lining, it moistens your lungs, it lowers your blood sugar and regulates your immune system. It is a wonderful and weirdly delicious mushroom. I think it tastes like pine butter. Highly recommend, even though it's super weird. And these guys are the only little turkey tail mushrooms we found on the whole mountain. They are different than the ones that I found by the seaside. They just have different banded colors, but they are definitely turkey tail because of the smooth, multipored, polypored undersides that is kind of off-whitish, and they are so beautiful. Yeah, this is just me showing you the dope-ass view on the Cascade Mountains, and yeah, that's great camera work, Ariel. 10 out of 10. Guys, we found the mother lode of all turkey tail mushrooms. This is literally what I've been looking for like 2 weeks, and we found it. See the white undersides. That is so cool. We're gonna take just a couple home because I don't want to over harvest. That one's already taken off. The turkey tail mushroom is one of the most miraculous gifts that these woods have to offer us. They are a whole body system restorative. When we say that they tonify the Jing and the Qi in Chinese medicine, that means that they restore our energy on a very deep level, like the very root of our being. It nourishes that. Look at her run around in my little long sweater. Oh, she's gonna get so wet. Uh-oh. Oh no. Did you find a sand dollar? Oh, throw it back. Hello guys, and welcome to my kitchen. It's a hot mess. To make a medicinal mushroom tea, first you must remove any starburst wrappers that may have gotten in your cooking. You must put the mushrooms, about a cup of the dried mushrooms, in the pan. Any pan will do, pretty much. Yeah, flop them around first so that we all see it. Pour a lot of water over it. Did I measure? No. You know me. I don't measure things. I just kind of wing it like I do everything. And anyway, it's about a quart of water, whatever. Putting the lid back on, that's important. Now, after I bring it to a boil, I reduce it to a simmer. So the reason that we are making tea or chai tea out of these turkey tail mushrooms is that they contain a lot of beneficial polysaccharides, most notably something called polysaccharide K, which has like incredible immune system benefits. And so how this helps the immune system is that it's considered an immunoregulatory compound. It tells the immune system to like, shh, calm down when you're somebody like me who has like way too many allergies. It helps feed like your natural killer cells and your macrophages. If y'all have a terrible attention span, love anime, and want to learn about the immune system, watch the anime Cells at Work. Polypore mushrooms that are often medicinal, they need hot water to extract the polysaccharides. Polysaccharides are long chains of sugars, and they're a special type of sugar that specifically feeds these cells. So that's why we're boiling the stuff for 2 hours. I just realized I'm out of milk. I have to go to the store to get milk. It is what it is. I'm back. And I got some of this because I'm really lazy. And our tea is all done. It's actually been like 3 hours or 4 hours. Yeah, it's been 4 hours because I lose track of time, which is a really good thing in this case. It doesn't taste like mushrooms or dirt at all. I'm very pleasantly surprised. I could drink this every day. Not in lieu of coffee, not substituting it, but in addition to coffee. Specifically talking about mushrooms and medicinal mushrooms, the best source, in my opinion, and probably everyone's opinion, is this guy named Paul Stamets. He's actually local here. He lives in Olympia, Washington. Paul Stamets is amazing. You guys should check out his TED Talk and look at his books. His book, Mycelium Running, was literally life-changing for me. He makes a really compelling argument about how mushrooms can save the world environmentally, spiritually, socially, etc., etc. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I will be back next week with something equally fun and strange. I have no idea what. I kind of fly by the seat of my pants for every single thing I do. So cheers to that. Cheers to you. Cheers to this actually really surprisingly good mushroom tea chai. Yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Love you lots. Bye.